Hey, what's up, guys? TheCampingRusher here. Today we got a lot of big news. It's like three really big stories. The Apple versus Epic lawsuit is over. The winners have been announced, and Apple's basically the winner, but Epic's won on something. There's a potential here for Fortnite to return on mobile in certain countries. We'll get to that. And then there was also the item shop update. Fortnite has removed the item shop countdown permanently, and it's not a glitch, and instead added this text to the item shop info button. And here it is. I'll read it out. How and when the shop refreshes. The shop refreshes every day, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is midnight GMT. When the item shop refreshes, currently available items may rotate or leave, and new items may be added. Check back to see what's new. So what does this mean? Basically, the release time of our normal item shop is going to stay the same, but now when we have special item shops, we're not going to know the release time of them. So it's for those rare, sometimes new seasons, or even event item shops. When there's a live event, they do, a skin dedicated to the event. So it's going to be for the more exciting ones. It should be a bit of a surprise. From leaks, we should know like what day it's coming. We just won't know down to the minute, the hour when the fresh, new, unique item shops are going to release. Not a big deal, but a change to something we've been used to since it feels like the beginning of Fortnite. So that's our first bit of news. There was a mini non-downtime update yesterday. All that was added was the Crash Pad Junior item. And yes, remember, this is our last content update. Finally, until the downtime update next week. Make sure you tune in, subscribe to the channel, turn your noties on. I'm your guy. It should be Tuesday morning, the 23rd of January. I think it's been about, a month and a half since our last update. Let's break down the Apple versus Epic Fortnite mobile fight that's been going on for years. So to sum it up, basically, long time ago, Fortnite, Epic Games went after Apple and Google as well, actually, but basically went after Apple for their 30% tax, the 30% cut that they take from all developers on the App Store. Before anything, any other cost, anything like that, they take 30%. And Epic argued this is anti-competitive, a monopoly, and they went after them in court. Epic continued to lose and lose. All the courts were deciding against Epic, and Epic did win on one count, and we'll talk about that in a second. And we were at the final stage. Epic had appealed to the Supreme Court of the United States, and that decision has been made. Here it is. The Supreme Court of the U.S. has rejected both Epic Games' and Apple's appeals in their legal dispute. Effectively, this means that Epic Games has officially lost the battle against Apple for good, at least in the USA, okay? This is a pretty big L. This was their last chance, and on top of that, let's hand over another L to Epic, and here it is. Apple has asked a court to order Epic Games to pay Apple upwards of $73 million in legal costs. This was part of the battle. If you lose, you're paying the legal fees of the other company. So there's another 70 plus million. This doesn't mean they're going to have to pay that amount. That's what Apple has asked. I will let you know as soon as we do get the official amount. A reminder that the last legal challenge or loss that Epic had was a lot bigger than this. They had to pay $245 million to consumers and then $275 million penalty to the FTC, Federal Trade Commission in the United States. And this was for early on in Fortnite. And the FTC basically said that Epic was using dark patterns to trick players into making unwanted purchases and then letting children rack up unauthorized charges without any parental involvement. Okay, that's been dealt with, but putting it in comparison, that was around 500 million. This is around 70. It's still a lot of money, another massive cost, but a lot less than the last L that they took in the legal system. Okay, we need some good news. First, I saw a little joke here. Item shop tonight after the announcement of the 73 million penalty that Epic may have to pay, right? Throw Travis Scott back in there. Basically throw a bunch of the rarest we haven't seen in so long. Probably will never see item shop skins. Throw them back in so they can make some money. Obviously nothing confirmed there, but just a funny little reply. Okay, some good news. China, again here, could Fortnite return to the iPhone soon? The EU App Store will receive its new side-loading feature in a few weeks, according to industry insider Mark Gurman. This means that developers can publish apps without Apple's approval. This is different than what we just talked about because this is not the United States. This is countries that are in the EU. Will we see Fortnite take advantage of this? Possibly. I'm not too sure. I'll keep you updated as we learn more. Now let's talk about one of the things Epic did win on. There was 10 things they were battling about. Apple won 9 of the 10 counts, but Epic took one. Epic took one win, and that was rejected by the Supreme Court of the United States because Apple appealed that as well. So Epic wins that one for good. Apple can no longer stop developers from informing users of other payment systems within apps. Okay, that's the one thing that they have to stop doing. So this was all good news. But then Apple comes out with a little bit of a bad faith compliance that really dodges the issue. And Tim Sweeney, of course, is highlighting it. He's the CEO of Epic Games. If Apple's doing something maybe not so ethical, Tim Sweeney's going to let the world know about it. So a quick summary of some of the problems that's part of this Apple compliance plan. Apple has introduced an anti-competitive new 27% tax on web purchases. Apple has never done this before, and it kills price competition. Developers can't offer digital items more cheaply on the web after paying not only the third-party payment processor 3 to 6% and now paying this new 27% Apple tax that they've just added because of this new this is their way to comply. Apple is going to dictate all aspects of these links to other payment options that they now have to put, and it won't allow them to appear in the app's ordinary payment flow. So it's going to be very hard for these links to even be seen by consumers. Apple's going to require developers to open a generic web browser session. This will force the user to log into the developer's website again to make a purchase. They're just making it so hard for the consumer to use these other purchasing systems. Apple will front-run competing payment processors with their own scare screen to disadvantage them. So all these tactics that are compliant, I guess, and who knows if this will stand, because Tim Sweeney says Epic is going to contest Apple's bad faith compliance plan in district court. So I guess the battle doesn't stop there, right? They're going after him again because, I mean, I agree here. Apple's just found a legal loophole, it seems, basically complying but not complying at all. So I'm rooting for Epic here because, yeah, this is kind of just a dirty tactic when Apple did lose on this piece, so they should comply. We'll see. I hopefully you don't mind me talking about that. Super interesting stuff, and it's obviously a big deal. This is the kind of the finale episode of the Apple versus Epic battle. So let me know your thoughts on anything down below. Let's talk about some actual Fortnite news, game news, and one of them here is Rocket Racing. We know there's a big update coming for Rocket Racing, and one of the updates is it's going to have a death race mode in the future, a new mode. I had no idea what this meant, but you see the video in the background. It's going to be unique maps with a lot of obstacles, and yeah, this is one of the unfinished maps. This paints a picture of what they mean by death race. Basically, it's going to be very easy to explode, for your car to die during the race, and you're going to have to be precision perfect when it comes to dodging these obstacles. So excited for this. I think this is such a good idea. High risk, high reward. It really slows you down. Obviously, you got to wait to respawn, and a lot of these races come down to the millisecond sometimes. So very excited for this mode. Now we have an idea of what's actually coming. Rock Band 4, and this is Fortnite news because Harmonix is now owned by Epic Games. They're the ones who created not only Rock Band, but now Fortnite Festival mode. Rock Band 4 is officially getting its last DLC on January 25th, with Fortnite Festival now being the place to be for a Rock Band-esque rhythm game going forwards. And then they also mentioned that support for Rock Band 4 instruments will be coming to Festival soon. So kind of a big deal there. Festival is the new spot, is the only spot in the future for these rhythm type of modes, and that's coming from Harmonix himself. Artist Wrenchmaster 4 made a Sonic skin concept with Fortnite's proportions, and HypeX says it's as perfect as it gets, and I agree. Like, I always wonder with these weird models of skins, even Peter Griffin, Family Guy, like I always wondered how that was going to work, and it turned out awesome. Yeah, this Sonic skin just looks phenomenal. No confirmation confirmation we're getting this. You'd think we would one day. And would you want to see this officially in game? Once again, maybe another strategy here. Epic needs to make some money back. Give us a Sonic skin. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Touch the like button. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.